It's in the folder.
Really?
It should be on the sheriff's drive changes. I'm just refreshing. Okay.
So ready? Proceed, ready?
Order this regular meeting of the council. This is Brouse. Please pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If everybody join me in a moment of silence this evening, we're lost a resident, more than a resident, over the weekend in Tom McFadden, who has been battling illness for some time. But Tom was a friend, who was a huge supporter of the borough, and just was the guy who brought a lot of energy to a lot of events. And, opportunity pest control all the time, virtual family. Our thoughts and prayers are with Terry and all the family at this very difficult time for them. As you just join me in a moment of silence for the family. Thank you. This meeting is being held in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. It's been advertised in retrospect on bulletin boards downstairs and through all official social media channels of the borough. I ask for those members who are here in public that if you have a cell phone, please put it on silent. If you need to speak with somebody while we're conducting business, I ask that you do so outside of the council chambers. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Here.
Mr. McLoone. Ms. Morales. Here. Mr. Perno.
Present.
Mr. Scarrazza.
Here.
Mr. Woods.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. The first item on the agenda this evening is the public portion of the meeting. Anybody from the public who wishes to come forward and speak on any topic, please come up, state your name and address for the record.
My name is Aaron Shaw, I live 137 Rosalie Avenue, and I'm here to request the removal of the tree on my property. I was here last year, and my neighbors are complaining about the tree. They said I should come to the town council and ask the town to remove it. I told them what I asked the town to remove it. So I have a petition from neighbors to remove the tree. And it's my property, so if you like it, and I appreciate it if it's on. It's on.
Mr. Schottel, I remember coming before council last year. I don't remember what month it was, and I remember at that time your tree was a priority too, according to the Shade Tree Commission.
The limbs are falling off.
Understood. I'm happy. So things may have changed. It may have deteriorated more. Happy to have Shade Tree go and take a look at the tree and reassess. Can you give your address again?
137 Leslie Avenue. If you want to look, it's 3 blocks in there. It's the tree next to the driveway. And I was wondering if I could try to see from this that you received a petition.
We always timestamp that downstairs as Jeremy, something's in through the clerk's
You want
office.
to come another day at sign?
Oh, I don't think we need to do that. We can get it timestamped tonight, come back and pick it up another time, or whatever you want.
I'll make a copy of it.
Any other members of the public? Hearing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting. We'll move into the public hearing on ordinance 22-05, exceed municipal budget appropriation limits. Anyone wishes to come forward and speak on that ordinance, please step forward and state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, we will move on to adoption of ordinance 22-05, exceed municipal budget appropriations limit. Do I have a motion to adopt? Mr. Burns, second. Mr. Woods, second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Ms. Morales. Aye. Mr. Perno.
Yes.
Mr. Spraza.
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
All right. Next, we have the approval of the minutes from council on. Thank you. On February 14th, 2022. Everybody who is here can vote on those. If I have a motion to approve those minutes. So second. Those with the first, second by Speraza, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, and then on the 28th of February, everybody can Brouse, vote on those. I have a motion. So second, Vernon and Woods, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, and abstained. Mr. Brouse. Okay. Engineers report. Mr. Weiss, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. On April 27th, we successfully performed test pit as scheduled. We got the dimensions of the drainage, just existing drainage pipes. It was a good test run. Contractors, I believe some representatives are right there as well. It was a good test run to identify the amount of disturbance. The contractor was very sensitive to the neighbors and concentrate their efforts where they need to be. So with that information, keeps us on schedule. At this point, we have most of the major equipment, other than we're just following the PSCG on the electric service. And with that information, the quick test finished. I do have an update that I will give to Denise to send to the residents. We're pushing for end of May to get that construction started.
Perfect. Okay. Any questions on Glenwood Avenue? Before we move on to the rest of the report? Yes, ma'am.
We also submitted the EMS force storm report due by May 1st. 4:30. That was submitted on time. So that was submitted. There are a couple of items that we'll need to update if we're getting compliance, but we're in compliance as far as the submission. Still working with Denise and Heather on the charter co-op. A few items that we've got some pricing for. Some of that co-op management. And contractor we come out and do a couple of items on punch list and the administration facility. Did some, didn't finish all. So we're still
Other questions?
Yeah, just on Center Street, the County Road project. Just on that.
We got a bunch of lists that was sent to the county.
To include like only the tree pit dirt and stuff like that. It's like, it just hasn't finished, that's why I was too sure. Well, the tree pit's running down Center Street on the one side, the difference between the new concrete they laid in place and the tree is like probably 7 inches. So we just sort of fall into it. And then the crosswalk at the station, on the side of the station, you hit the button, it doesn't work. It only works on the gazebo's side. The relay that runs under the street is not working.
It's not working, and I still don't believe that PSCNG has come out. That's PSCNG where the line was cut,
Yes,
and they still have not come out to do the repair on the conduit that was cut. That I know is still not done. We're waiting on PSCNG for that.
I don't know if that was a count issue or
Well, the county's working with them, but they just asked me.
PSCG took one or?
When they ran the line, they were told that the conduit went right through, but it did. And so the contractor installed it, and I'm not sure exactly what didn't go to the end. But PSCG is the one that has to fix it because it was an existing line that was older, was in place and it wasn't.
Gotcha.
So we're waiting on PSCG for that.
We have a couple items of waiting on PSCG, so I'm going to get involved tomorrow. Make sure, particularly on the county project, we'll include, county administrators. We'll push.
Thank you. That's why, look, I was only raising, I was less concerned about the dirt in the treatment hall that needs to be done, because some of the wall, right? Which I don't, I mean, it's good business. But, you know, not good for environment.
Okay.
Right.
Anything else from Mr. Lees? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Represent. Okay, correspondence? No correspondence except for, this is like, it's gonna feel like we're in an old TV show, with live performance here. Gala is on June 6th,
No.
or June 4th.
June 4th.
I'll see you all there, June. So please get your tickets, you're accepting Venmo, and we're looking for sponsors too. If you're interested, please reach out to Rebecca at info@merchantoj.gov, and we will get in touch.
And thank our engineer.
Big sponsor. Yep. Thank you, Pinoni. Dining sponsor.
All right. Council reports. Mr. Woods.
Thank you, Your Honor. Not much to report. On Shade Tree, I want to thank Councilman Boone's not here for coming out. We had a really nice Arbor Day ceremony on the 29th. We planted Salem Oak right by the community center along the fence line to the left-hand side. It was nice. There was several members of the public that came out. It was a great day. From joint land use, we do have a meeting tomorrow. I know Rebecca has a report on this, so I won't take the wind out of our sails on that. Our joint land use will be tomorrow to look over applications. And back to Shade Tree, we'll be meeting on Wednesday. That's all I have. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions from Mr. Woods?
Start off with the court report, money returned over to the borough, this next season to the borough, of April was $5,912.09. Cases that were added were 200 and 407 cases were disclosed. We had a regional diversity committee meeting on Thursday, and we were working on plans for a Juneteenth celebration, which will be held on the observed day, which is Friday, June the 17th. We're planning on our events that will be in the afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. Since so it's a federal holiday, we maybe kids are home from school and their parents will be in attendance. We're going to try to collaborate with the DTA, DPI. We have also some business, local businesses that are still help us with the work. We also raised the flag for Black Lives Matter on Saturday morning. We had some people in attendance, and we will be raising the flag next month for any questions?
Very much. Mr. Fitzgerald.
Thank you. Not much this month. Board of Ed did announce at their last meeting that there will not be a tax increase from the BOE this year. They did receive a very large amount of influx of state funding that they weren't expecting. They felt it because of that, and so they would cover their budget from that, and they will go kick it back to the taxpayers this year. So fortunately, we're happy to announce a tax increase from the Board of Ed. On the DPW end, we are currently down in the empowered to only 2 full-time employees. We are looking for 1 full-time, 1 part-time. And that is all I have for this one.
Questions? No, thank you. Any questions? All right, Mr. Brouse.
Bridgeville Fire, we had 11 calls in the borough, one of the shades this past month in Chicago. In terms of general information, I know that the Blue Monkey Bridgeville Fire Company was postponed. I know we're going to be talking with Bridgeville Council, they have already for the June 11th rate date, that should work. And then code, we have 55, sorry. 10 complaints that are closed, 15 inspection, 1 resale inspection, and then a total of 26 rental inspections for last month. And that's all.
All right. Questions for Mr. Brouse? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Furman.
Couple of things. One, I have the resolution for the budget, for payment of our bills. We asked them to also approve payment of $3,417,043.12 this evening. This does include payments being made to the King County Board of the Board of Education. We also have the budget this evening submitting. It is inclusive of a 4.7 cent increase in taxes. Comes out to about $103 for $187,000 home, which is the average in town. So it's more of an increase. I can tell you that 104, the budget went up by about $132,000 total from the previous year. 104,000 of that number is made up of 3 items, which is our EMT service, to be able to pay for EMTs. The health insurance for the environmental municipal employees, and then there's been a significant increase in recycling tonnage costs. Those 3 items make up $104,000, $32,000 increase. The balance 2 items is cybersecurity, which is mandated by the feds. That we had to upgrade, as well as
Email requirements and references.
no, the other item. There's one more item that makes up this number.
The software.
Pension increase. Thank you. That's what it was. So, which was also mandated. So there isn't like an expansion in the budget itself. This is just inflation and costs and taxes. So it's really just covering our costs, what we can do, and so still keeping it fairly tight within. But this is where we're at, and it's raised by the cash. So that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, like a copy of the budget, we're going to share. And then abandoned and vacant property. We did have movement on the property on the west Walnut. We went to court. They bounced it to the next court hearing, but they did bring the owner in. The owner said they did not understand the process or why they were doing this. They're going to meet with code enforcement to explain that we need to maintain the property in the borough, because it's abandoned. That has negative detrimental values of the people around them. And so that's why we do this. And then there's a second property that was identified by local residents on Browning Road, 215 Browning, that we're also now doing something to go into the added properties. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Questions, Mr. Furman? Okay, clerk's report. Mrs. Brouse.
The only thing that I have is Memorial Day. We will have our annual ceremony on May 30th at 10 o'clock. And we hope to be able to have our walkway completed. And we will get more information about that as soon as we have confirmation. But the idea is that we'll have the ceremony at 10 o'clock and then the ribbon cutting and some more refreshments, things like that to announce the walkway on that date. So there will be a letter going out as soon as it's confirmed for next, it's supposed to be done actually this week. So as soon as that's confirmed, we'll get a letter and we'll announce it to start posting it everywhere. All right, and that's all that I have.
Okay. CFO report, Mrs. Moss.
Well, Mr. Bruno covered all the budget information. I just want to clarify for the school, there will be a slight increase because they're on a fiscal year and we're on a calendar year. So they're not going to have any increase for their June 30th of this year through July of 23, but we still have a small tax increase from your January through June from last year's budget, so it's about $40 on the average homeowner. So just wanted to clarify that, if anyone gets the question. And that's all I have now.
Okay, thank you very much. Community development report.
Thank you. First off is our gala that's coming up, as we've mentioned a few times now. But it's off to a really great start. We have numerous sponsors. We've already gathered close to $10,000 in sponsorships, and tickets are on sale and they're selling, so get them before they're gone. We were approved for a grant from DEP totaling a little over $192,000 to put towards an electric garbage truck for the borough. So we're very excited about that, and that'll move forward over the next few months. We have Omega's Restaurant, which we are all anticipating the opening of, was approved for their signage and awnings at HBC this week, and they are anticipating a mid to late June opening. So fingers crossed that everything goes well for them. They're finishing up final construction inside, and things are really starting to move along. So that's a very positive thing. We have several events coming up in the next month or so. Our downtown block party, which is getting a lot of attention, and we should see a good crowd of people. That same day, we have Mystical May, which is hosted by Radius Treasures, and our gala on the 4th, and then Pride Night and Juneteenth on June 17th. So there's a lot of good things to look forward to.
How much was the grants for the trash truck that we received?
I'm sorry?
Did you say we received the grant for the trash truck?
Yes, we were approved for a grant for trash truck for $192,000. And that's from DEP. We have another one that we're waiting for that would supply additional funds for that. So hopefully that comes through in the next few weeks. Okay, so that's where we're with that.
May 21st, right? For the block.
May 21st is the downtown block party and Mystical May, yes.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Certainly is a busy time of the year. Okay, old business, bamboo ordinance. Ready to introduce this tonight? I saw there's things that circulated, council feels comfortable introducing it this evening. It's additional line. Did strike one of the shalls, that's it.
Okay.
The addition in section 2, the first and the second shall. They bookended the sentence or the clause in the sentence. You only needed one of them.
We want to be shell.
No.
What do you do, Sean?
Can't double shall.
Oh, that's.
We'll send you into a fit.
No, the 270 days, I figured, just for how I arrived at that that's basically spring before June next year.
Yes. And on top of the 270, of course, is the abatement period that will be provided from
Yeah.
the warning, which is usually about 30 days. So it's really about a 300-day window to deal with the issues.
Yeah, I figured we should probably get a hold of it by growing season next year.
We'll see. Okay. So that's on the agenda for later. Downtown redevelopment update. You know, we had appointed 2 entities as conditional redevelopers at the last meeting. Still working out the final language of the memorandum of understanding between the parties, but we're working towards next steps, and I would expect that we'll probably have a substantive update for June, hopefully additional documents and information at that time. So we're working diligently trying to move that process along. Questions on that? Okay. New business. We have a number of items on new business here this evening. We have 3 separate approval for use of facilities. Everybody okay, or do we want to consider this separately?
I did last meeting, there was a question about the mystery map during the month of October. I thought we could do that.
That is fine. There's no conflict. It is the same day as the zombie run, but they ran together last year as well with no conflict, so we're gonna keep it the same.
We're gonna work on making sure the roads are shut down for the plan this year.
The problem last year was that the course got a little off.
We almost broke a world record.
We did.
all right? Let's lean into it a little bit here.
It's
The fastest 5K ever.
We get some high-end.
We're like World War Z. No, I just want to make sure that we're good, that's all. I just wanna make sure there's a plan.
Yes.
Okay. World War Z something.
Okay. We have, is everyone okay with moving all three of these applications, use of facility for play with this street fair, use of facility for Mystery Magic in Monsterville, and use of facility for the Juneteenth celebration?
Yeah, we can do the taxes too.
I'd love to move, but I don't think we're ready to move it.
No. Not there
I'm
yet.
with you, but, so let's, I'll accept it and entertain a motion for,
Second.
first, Mr. Brouse, second, Mr. Fitzgerald, all in favor? Opposed, abstentions, okay. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
D, tax incentive burden for buying local, this should be actually an old business, that was my mistake,
Oh, sorry.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Don't apologize, I missed it. We brought this up last month, I do want to start, working towards probably you do.
I do. Okay, so we've looked into the program, we've talked to a couple other communities that have it going on, most notably Voorhees, we were able to get a lot of information from them. So our next step is to present it to the businesses, because in the end, it is up to them to opt in for it, and at what percentage, because that's a percentage of their sales that they would lose that goes into this program. It's a win because hopefully more people will shop. So we need to see how many businesses are on board with joining the program, and then if we have enough, we'll move forward to the next step of getting it set up with our CFO and our tax collector.
Okay. Is there a meeting, we haven't set up a meeting with business community yet?
Not at this time, no.
Okay, we need to cast a wider net than just, this is a professional association, not everybody is
Correct,
active
yes.
in that organization.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
Mhm.
All right, we'll move that to whole business for next month.
Just on that topic, I know the conversation we kind of had is what's collected, how's it collected, how's it passed through, we have, is there specifics on that?
So there is an outside like software program that runs it. So each business, any business that opts in, they decide how much that they want to pay. People who want to use the program get a card, like a rewards card from the borough, I would assume from Borough Hall. And then when they shop, the businesses scan that card, and then somehow through the magic of the software, it knows which business it is and takes that percentage. And then at the end of the year, they get that whatever they've spent, well, the percentage that the taxpayer has spent gets deducted from their property tax bill. It gets paid through that way. So it's like your,
Third party company that manages
Yeah.
the process.
So it's not a deduction, it's actually sort of a rebate in terms of the small business agrees to a percentage of the total sales, like 1%, 2%, so it's not sales tax, it's not any of those other.
right,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Was there a threshold percentage of businesses in the borough that have to opt in before we're allowed to do it, or is it just simply?
We haven't decided on that, but I feel that we should have at minimum 10 to make it worthwhile, because the borough has to spend money to get these cards and to set up the program and all of that. So it needs to be worthwhile for everyone involved with it. So if we only have one business that wants to do it, it's not really worth it for everyone involved.
Is it just from the local small businesses or is it for the retail?
Anything within Merchantville. Mhm.
Rebecca, before we go to the businesses, why don't we come back with a presentation for council on what exactly it is, how the mechanism works, what the cost would potentially be. Because it will be incumbent, not just on you, but all of us to sell it to the businesses too, it makes sense. and sell it to the residents as a bonus, as
Sure.
an opportunity to generate additional businesses or business for our local businesses, and at the same time take advantage of potential tax savings. I just think we need to, I'd like to see a little bit more about it.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep,
maybe
I can do
more
that for the next meeting,
presentations, so
for the
we
next
can
meeting,
see.
I can have that for you.
Yeah, and I wanna make sure that we're ready to go to the businesses.
Yeah.
I want that, you know, them to fully understand what it means, and maybe do some projections to say, you know, if this, then this. In terms of,
Mhm.
this is what 1% of your sales will do.
Understood, okay, no problem.
Okay. Record reflect, Mr. McClune has returned. At 8 o'clock. Okay, we are into the resolutions. There are a number of resolutions on the agenda this evening. And they are on the agenda to be read as a consent agenda. Is there anyone interested in pulling any of these resolutions to be considered separately? Seeing none, let me read these into the record, and I'll accept the motion to move this consent agenda. Resolution 22-56, introduce the 2022 budget. Resolution 22-57, approve shared service agreement for CFO. Resolution 22-58, approve shared service agreement for tax collector. Resolution 22-59, approve purchase of blind 15-ton split condenser AC at Community Center. Resolution 22-50, approve change order for electric. Resolution 22-61, approve purchase of 61-inch Briggs 37 mower. Resolution 22-62, raffle license for St. Peter's Church. Resolution 22-63, raffle license for St. Peter Church. Resolution 22-64, raffle license for St. Peter Church. Resolution 22-65, raffle license for virtual task force, and resolution 22-66, self-examination of the budget. Do I have a motion to move that consent agenda? Mr. Furman, second, Mr. Fitzgerald. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Before you do that, real quick, Mr. Higgins, I'm sorry, the raffle licenses, I thought the state changed the law last year. On the raffle licenses, they don't take up the force, is that? Do you recall that? There was something for like games of chance. I was wondering about.
That to do online raffles. That was more than that. Your understanding was still have.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, sorry.
Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Ms. Morales,
Yes.
Mr. Purnell,
Yes.
Mr. Sparazza,
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Okay. We have two ordinances this evening, three ordinances this evening, excuse me, to be introduced for first reading. These are scheduled to be heard at the June 13th regular council meeting. Ordinance 22-06, bamboo ordinance. Do I have a motion to introduce? So moved. Mr. Woods with the first. Second is Morales. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Ms. Morales, Mr. Purnell,
Yes.
Mr. Sparazza,
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
We should change the
Ordinance 22-07, establishing municipal construction waste recycling policy for the borough of Merchant. Do I have a motion? So moved. Mr. Woods with the first. Second, Mr. Fitzgerald. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Ms. Morales, Mr. Purnell,
Yes.
Mr. Sparazza,
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes. Ordinance 22-08, salary ordinance. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
First by Mr. Brouse, second by Mr. Woods. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Ms. Morales,
Yes.
Mr. Purnell,
Yes.
Mr. Sparazza,
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Thank you. Financial reports.
Just, at this time, I can move the resolution as previously described by the court, $3,470,023.
I have a motion, Mr. Perno, and a second, Mr. Sprouse. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McLean.
Yes.
Ms. Brouse. Yes. Mr. Perno.
Yes.
Mr. Sparazza.
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Okay. We're just excited. So, okay, announcements. So now would be a good time to announce that we're holding a gala on Tuesday. Tickets can be purchased here at Borough Hall, or they can be purchased through the Brouse Venmo, which is at Merchantville 150th. 150th. It will be a fun evening. There are a ton of events, as Ms. Callaway was discussing, between now and the next Borough Council meeting. So I look forward to the members of the public. Please, attend them. The art walk was the other night. It was fantastic. Picked up some art for Mother's Day. And it was really well attended for what was miserable weather. I thank all the artists who came out, Paul Island for organizing that, and all the businesses who volunteered to host art. Borough also hosted art that evening. It was really a nice evening. And look, we have a lot more events coming up. We're getting that spring into summer stride. And I know that Blue Monkey Spring Fest is now the 11th, potentially of June, I believe it is. The 4th, again, is the gala. Also is the fashion show at Peak and festival at St. Peter's, and that's on the 3rd and 4th. The block party on May 21st. There's a lot of stuff going on. So please come out. Let's enjoy ourselves here. So that's all I have for announcements. Is there anything else that I missed? Okay. And please, Memorial Day ceremony, if you can all be there, that would be great. If you're available, and we will be
Okay.
getting involved with Memorial Walk, ribbon cutting will occur that day. But it's really a testament, and thank you, Denise, for your hard work with that, with the American Legion. You've done an incredible job of trying to pull together a lot of different forces, the Borough, American Legion, Task Force, all types of volunteers. You should be commended, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm really excited for it, and so please, you guys can be there. Let's get out there. And it's not even going to be any free labor for you and I have to get in.
Well, no.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see, but not right now.
Should I start stretching?
You might want to.
So that's all that I have for this evening. Anyone else with anything for the good of the order? All right, hearing none, I'll accept and entertain a motion to adjourn. First, Mr. Woods, second, Mr. Turner, all in favor? Okay, thank you.